Big breaking news coming in here on Headlines today. All three accused in the Shakti Mills gang rape case of last year have been awarded death sentence by a Mumbai court. That's the very latest that we're getting to you right now. The Mumbai Sessions Court has handed down the death sentence to all three men convicted under Section 376E in the Shakti Mills gang rape case. They've been sentenced to death by hanging, and we're talking about the convicts who were accused 1, 3 and 4. The rest of them have been convicted and handed down life imprisonment. I want to go straight across to Headlines today's Divyesh Nair, who was in court today. Divyesh, bring us the details. Death sentence.
Well, absolutely, it's a landmark judgment that has been given by the Mumbai Sessions Court. Remember, there was 376E which was implemented in this case for the habitual offenders. Let me put it across in the perspective for our viewers. There are three accused who are repeated offenders in this case. They have been involved even in the gang rape of a telephone operator, for which the conviction and the punishment had come on the 20th of March. And today, on the same day, on the 20th March, the prosecution have moved an application for 376. And today, the court has held them. Yesterday, the court has held them guilty, and today when the quantum of punishment was given, death was awarded to all the three repeated offenders, and life imprisonment was given to the another fourth accused who was involved in the gang rape of the photojournalist. Back to you, Shiv.
Just take us through what's happening as we speak, Divyesh. What about the other two?
Well, see, in the court today, the entire drama unfolded at around 11:30 when the entire case, the case proceedings began. The defense lawyers of all the three accused were trying to dilly-dally the case and wanting an adjournment till the Monday, citing various reasons. First, they cited a reason they put forward an application saying that they wanted to cross-examine the mother of two accused. However, the court said that both the mothers of the accused are present in the court at this point of time, and the defense should examine them right here, right now, so that there is no more further delay. And after that, the defense made another application saying that they need a senior counsel who need to be appeared for the argument of quantum of punishment. However, again, the court said that this is just a tactic that has been used by the defense to delay the entire proceedings, and this has been a fast-track court that the verdict has to come as soon as possible. The court has already held them guilty yesterday under 376E. Today was just a formality of handing them a quantum of punishment, and after that, after lunch around 2:45, the judge started reading out the order. And by around 10 minutes back, she gave the final order where she awarded death penalty to the three repeated offenders and life to one more accused who was involved in the Shakti Mills gang rape of photojournalists.
This, like you said, Divyesh, is a landmark judgment. It's one of the first cases, under the new law. There was going to be a great deal of scrutiny of this particular judgment. 376E invoked and the death sentence handed down. The live visuals that you're seeing on your screen right now, we apologize for the quality. We're trying to get a better feed of those images from outside the court in Mumbai, where my colleague Divyesh Nair has been reporting. Just take us through what happened in court today. Divyesh, what was the condition of the convicts? Just take us through what you saw.
Well, clearly all the three accused who were brought into the court, along with the fourth accused, they clearly had an idea that what was coming from them. They did look nervous when the court was actually hearing both the lawyers at that point of time. The court actually asked all the four accused that do they have to say anything, out of which three of the accused said that they have a family to look forward to. They are the only sole breadwinners for the family, and they said that they have not done the crime. However, today the prosecution was good enough to prove the entire charges that were leveled against them. The court did take into account all the evidences that was put before the court by the prosecution as well as the investigating agency, and after a due process and after giving a lot of thought, today under the Section 376E, the court pronounced the verdict, the quantum of punishment in handed, where three were given death, one was given life. Remember, this will go down as a landmark judgment in the coming days, because this is for the first time that any rape offenders are being booked under 376E, which was amended after the Delhi gang rape. Back to you, Shiv.
Divyesh, stay with me. I want to just quickly run our viewers through this once again. The three convicts in the gang rape of a photojournalist late last year have all three been sentenced to death under Section 376E. A great deal was expected from this particular judgment, and the justice has decided to award them the maximum punishment, that is capital punishment. A big defense was propped up to try and look for leniency from the court, but the court would have none of it, and capital punishment has been handed down to these three people. Have we heard, Divyesh, have we heard from the lawyers, the defense lawyers just yet? Are they planning to make a statement now?
Yes, we have been expecting the lawyers to come down any moment and give a statement. Remember, Special Public Ujjwal Nikam played a very important role. Let me take you to the strategy that was applied by the Special Public Prosecutor Ujjwal Nikam. Remember, there were two cases, two gang rape cases of Shakti Mills that were tried in front of the court, which were running parallelly. On the 20th of March, the court gave a verdict in the first case, that is a telephone operator case, and immediately gave a quantum of punishment there itself. At that point of time, Ujjwal Nikam, the Special Public Prosecutor, stopped the court and immediately moved application for 376E. Now, what is 376E? 376E is a special amended act which is applied for repeated offenders.
Yes.
For that, the law requires there has to be one conviction in the case. The offender has to have at least one more conviction. And for that, the Ujjwal Nikam said that he has already seeked the conviction in the telephone operator case, and that is a good enough ground now to try the other three accused for the repeated offenders act, that is for the gang rape of the photojournalist, and on the basis of 376E was applied for them. The High Court, the defense did go to the High Court asking for the constitutional validity. However, the court didn't interfere at that point of time, so it made the ground clear for the Session Court to go ahead and give the kind of judgment that they have given today. The prosecution has already planned their moves very smartly. They were expecting, they have been wanting to give a maximum punishment, that is capital punishment to the repeated offenders, and that's what they got today. It's a big win for the Special Public Prosecutor, Mr. Ujjwal Nikam. Back to you.
And I think it's safe to assume, Divyesh, that this particular verdict will be appealed in a higher court, though we're currently waiting for a statement from the defense lawyers.
Well, that's exactly what we have been getting to know from the lawyers of the accused is that they will definitely, as a legal move that has been given to them, that an option that they can explore is that they will be going to the High Court. Even High Court, remember, had said them that once the matter is decided at the lower court, then you can come back to us. And probably, I'm sure that both the lawyers who have been appearing in front of the court for the accused will definitely look into seek legal option of going to the higher court. However, it will only happen once the written order has been handed over to them. That would take another at least 2 or 3 days for the written order to be served to all the accused. Back to you.
All right, Divyesh, we'll keep coming back to you on this big breaking news story. I want to quickly run our viewers through this once again. It's been a long session at the Mumbai Sessions Court where the three accused in the gang rape of a photojournalist have been sentenced to death by hanging. In just a few moments from now, there will be a statement from the defense lawyer. We're also expecting a statement from the prosecutor Ujjwal Nikam, the public prosecutor Ujjwal Nikam, who has taken up the case. The three men who've been sentenced to death today are Vijay Jadhav, Mohammad Qasim and Mohammad Salim Ansari under section 376E in the Shakti Mill gang rape case, as our correspondent Devesh Nair was just telling us right now. Death by hanging is what they've been sentenced to. These are accused 1, 3 and 4. The other two have been sentenced to life imprisonment. At this stage, various fines and concurrent sentences under various other charges are also being read by the justice in this Mumbai Sessions Court. And like our correspondent Devesh was just pointing out, there was a great deal of expectation from this particular judgment as it functions under the new empowered and strengthened anti-rape law. And it remained to be seen whether maximum punishment could be handed down to the convicts of in the case related to the gang rape of a journalist last year. All three, Vijay Jadhav, Mohammad Qasim and Mohammad Ali Ansari, have been convicted and they've been sentenced to death. Well, Divyesh is still with us. Divyesh, how long before we get to hear from both the prosecution and the defense? And also, there are concurrent charges and fines which are being handed down by the justice. Now, is the session over?
Shiv, right now as I speak to you, Special Public Prosecutor Ujjwal Nikam has just come down. There are a number of people who have come here with bouquets to greet him, to congratulate him here, and that's what we've been doing. As you can have a look, there has been media frenzy here. He's been wanting to have some shots of Mr. Ujjwal Nikam. Now he would be addressing the media, say in another 2 or 3 minutes, and he would be talking about in detail and how we actually went forward in planning the entire case and got this landmark judgment. Back to you, sir.
All right, so we're in just a moment from now, we'll be hearing from Special Public Prosecutor Ujjwal Nikam. The prosecution had asked for absolutely zero leniency and maximum punishment for the 3 repeat offenders. 2 gang rapes took place at the Shakti Mills compound in a span of just 21 days. The 2 other people involved have been sentenced to life imprisonment. As you can see, a gaggle of cameras crowding around the entrance to the Mumbai Sessions Court right now. They're expecting both Ujjwal Nikam, the Special Public Prosecutor, as well as the defense legal team to emerge to make 2 separate statements on what the next step is going to be. But a huge, definitely a huge, as far as expectations are concerned, a big break.
सर बताइए, हिंदी में बताइए पहले। लाइव निकम साहब हिंदी में बताइए। लाइव पीछे बैठे बताइए, हिंदी में बताइए। लाइव हिंदी में बोलिए। तो दे बैठो ना यार, तुम टूट रहे हो। अरे यार ये बूम नीचे लोगे तो ये दिखेगा ना यार। सर आप बोलिए, सब ठीक हो जाएगा। हमारी आप बोलिए, ठीक हो जाएगा।
आज पहली बार हमारे देश में जो बलात्कार जैसे गंभीर गुनाह करते हैं और बार बार करते हैं, उनके लिए कानून ने बड़ा कड़ा रुख अपनाया है। और आज 3 अभियुक्त को कोर्ट ने एक फोटो जर्नलिस्ट पे रिपीटेड गैंगरेप करने के आरोप में फांसी की सजा फरमाई है। ये 3 अभियुक्त जिन्होंने पहले 31 जुलाई को एक टेलीफोन ऑपरेटर लड़की पे गैंगरेप किया था शक्ति मिल में, बाद में वही 3 आरोपी और उनके 2 साथियों, इन्होंने 22 अगस्त पर एक फोटो जर्नलिस्ट पे गैंगरेप किया था। हमने कोर्ट को ये बताया, ये 3 अभियुक्त ऐसे हैं कि जिनके लिए फांसी की सजा ही बेहतर होगी। इसके 10 कारण हमने आज कोर्ट में बताए। पहला कारण हमने ये बताया, ये जो अभियुक्त हैं, ये जो जब जुवेनाइल थे तब उनको भी 2 दफे सजा हुई है और चोरी के आरोप में सजा होने के बावजूद एक आरोपी को बॉन्ड पर रिहा किया गया था 18 जून 2011 में और उन्होंने 31 जुलाई 2013 में पहला गैंगरेप किया। इसलिए उनमें कोई रिफॉर्मेशन का, कोई सुधारने का चांस नहीं है। कोर्ट को हमने दूसरी बड़ी ये वजह बताई कि ये जो 4 अभियुक्त हैं, इन्होंने उस लड़की को फोटो जर्नलिस्ट पे अलग अलग तरफ के गैंगरेप किया था। गैंगरेप और अलग तरह से उस पीड़ित लड़की को अत्याचार करके बहुत क्रूएलिटी से उसको मारा था। और इतना ही नहीं, तो गैंगरेप करने के बाद वो उसकी मजाक कर रहे थे, उस पर हंस रहे थे और वो लड़की वेदना से तड़प रही थी। इसलिए कोर्ट में हमने बताया कि ये जो राक्षसी प्रवृत्ति इन लोगों में है, ये इनबॉर्न राक्षसी प्रवृत्ति है और इसके लिए इनको कड़ी सजा चाहिए। कोर्ट को हमने ये भी बताया कि इन्होंने सिर्फ एक प्रकार का रेप नहीं किया, तो अलग अलग गैंगरेप इन्होंने किए थे और लड़की उनके पैर पकड़ रही थी, उनको हाथ जोड़ रही थी, फिर भी इनके पास कुछ दया का भावना नहीं था। इतना ही नहीं, तो एक आरोपी ने उसी वक्त बलात्कार करते समय कहा कि हम बहुत शैतानी लोग हैं, हरामी लोग हैं। आज तक हमने इस जगह पे कई लड़कियों पे बलात्कार किए, लेकिन आज तक हमें किसी ने हम किसी के पकड़ में नहीं आए। इस तरह से बात करना, खुद को बोस्टिंग करना, ये दिखाता था कि वो कानून से भी उनको डर नहीं था और ऐसे ही शैतानों के लिए कड़ी सजा यानी फांसी की सजा देनी चाहिए। इनके लिए तरफ से ये भी बचाव किया गया कि उनकी उम्र देखते हुए उन पे लिहाज किया जाए। इसको हमने विरोध जताया और कोर्ट में ये भी बताया कि जब उन्होंने गैंग रेप किया तो पहले उन्होंने अपने साथियों को फोन करके उस जगह पे बुलाया और कहा एक हिरण आया है, शिकार करने को जल्दी आइए। इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि किसी भी लड़की को देखना, उसको एक प्राणी सी उपमा देना और उसकी शिकार करना, ये इनकी मानसिक विकृति होते हुए कोर्ट को बताया कि इन शैतानों के लिए फांसी की सजा ही बेहतर होगी। कोर्ट ने आज पूरी बात ध्यान में रखते हुए इनमें से 3 आरोपी जो विजय जाधव, एक मोहम्मद कासिम और मोहम्मद सलीम अंसारी, इन तीनों को फांसी की सजा दी। उसके अलावा ये तीनों आरोपी को अननेचुरल सेक्स करने के आरोप में भी लाइफ इम्प्रिजनमेंट की सजा फरमाई है। जो एक दूसरा आरोपी है जिसका नाम सिराज है, उस सिराज को उम्र कैद की सजा फरमाई है। यानी 4 अभियुक्तों को सजा कोर्ट ने कड़ी रोक दिया है और कोर्ट ने ये कहा है कि कड़ी सजा देने का मतलब सिर्फ उनको सजा करना नहीं, लेकिन समाज में इस प्रकार के घिनौने काम करेगा उसके लिए एक स्ट्रांग सिग्नल हुआ। मैं इस निकाल का स्वागत करता हूं क्योंकि हमारे देश में जो निर्भया के केस में जो कानून लाया गया है जिसमें रिपीट ऑफेंडर्स के लिए जो कड़ा रोक अपनाया है, इसके तहत ये पहली घटना ऐसी हुई है कि जहां कानून के शिकंजे में ये तीनों 5 आरोपी आ गए। और ये बात ध्यान में रखना होगा कि जिन लड़कियों पे गैंगरेप हुआ उन लड़कियों ने तुरंत पुलिस को इतला किया, जो फोटो जर्नलिस्ट पे किया। लेकिन आज रेप एक ऐसा गुनाह माना जाता है कि जिसका मैं कहता हूं कि रेप इज अनदर फॉर्म ऑफ मर्डर, क्योंकि रेप में इतना लड़कियों की यातना होती है। कई बार लड़कियों अपने पर बलात्कार की जाहिर कंप्लेंट देने के लिए तैयार नहीं रहती है। इसलिए मैं कहूंगा कि इस तरह से कानून उनको जिन अपराधियों के लिए कड़क शिकंजा लेता है, और इसीलिए चाहता हूं कि इस तरह से कोई भी अत्याचार किसी ने किया तो उन्होंने तुरंत कंप्लेन करना चाहिए।
देश में ये पहला ऐसा मामला है जिसमें बलात्कार के मामले में मौत की सजा हुई है और का पहला पूरे देश में। किस तरह से मानते हो, क्या वाकई समझ रहेगा?
मैं ये मानता हूं कि हमारे देश में ये पहली घटना ऐसी है जिसके तहत विक्टिम जिंदा रहने के बावजूद आरोपी को फांसी की सजा फरमाई गई है। ये जो नया सेक्शन 376E जो हैबिचुअल रेपिस्ट है उनके लिए ये कलम लाया गया है। और इन लड़कों ने जिस तरह से उस लड़की को मारा था, जिस बेरहमी से उस पर अत्याचार किया था, इतना ही मैं कहूंगा कि कामातुरनम न भयम न लज्जा। और इस तरह से जो कामातुर आरोपी रहते हैं उनके लिए कड़ी सजा यही एक मेडिसिन रहेगा, ऐसा मेरा मानना है।
मराठी इंग्लिश इम्पॉर्टंट है, लक्षात ठेवायचं। मराठी इम्पॉर्टंट आहे, सगळं देशभक्ती मराठी।
आज देशात ही पहिलीच घटना अशी घडलेली आहे की जेथे वारंवार बलात्कार करणाऱ्या सराईत गुन्हेगारांना कायद्याने जोरात बडगा दिलेला आहे। आज 3 आरोपी विजय जाधव, मोहम्मद कासिम आणि सलीम अंसारी हे तिघं बालपणापासूनच गुन्हेगार आहेत। विशेषतः विजय जाधव आणि कासिम हे बाल गुन्हेगार असताना त्यांना बाल न्यायालयाने देखील
We'll return to that story in just a moment. Big development. Vijay Jadhav, Qasim Bengali and Salim Ansari, the 3 repeat offenders who gang raped 2 separate women over a span of just 21 days have been sentenced to death under the new and empowered repeat offender law under the anti-rape law.